Hey, what's up, happy people? Here we are. This is the unmonetized, unlisted video, and it's just for you. Hope you enjoyed the main video. We're going to clean this deer. We're going to completely skin him out, cape him out, quarter him, and bone him out. It's going to be an entire video of how I deal with a deer. And as you know, it's unmonetized. So I would like to thank Frog Togs for taking care of this video. They're one of my favorite companies that I deal with, and they make more gear than you would ever imagine. Like if you go to frogtogs.com, they have so much amazing gear, all the way from very, very, very inexpensive to some of the best gear on the entire market. This is one of their new products. It's called the Waypoint Bib. It's like a commercial grade, and this is what I'm going to wear while I'm cleaning the game. So thank you so much, Frog Togs, for bringing us this video. Let's get after it. As you can tell, most people take their gambrel, this is called a gambrel, and they hook it right here. Well, when that happens, you're cutting a lot of this hair, and a lot of that hair gets on the meat. Well, this buck, he's been in rut, and he's been peeing on that Hox gland. That's a gland. Well, when he's peeing on that, and you get that hair on his meat, you can tell what's going to happen next. So let's just take our knife and gently cut right up here. Just like that. You'd be amazed how tough this leg hide is. And we're just going to cut right down this. You're going to come right down the seam, always cutting from the inside out. This is my old Woods and Water. It's actually not mine. This is Kevin's. I don't even have one anymore. I gave all mine away, and so that's probably my favorite knife I've ever cleaned game with in my whole life. Now, while your leg's still here, let's just start skinning it out a little bit. Always work with what you have. Take that hide and roll it out. There you go. Just like that. Roll it. Roll it with your thumb. There you go. This up here on the leg should pull down nice and easy. Just like that. Grab it here and then just pull it right down. Perfect. You'll see these little spots. And just give it a little help right there. Right on the inside. There you go. Perfect. We're going to do the same thing right over here. Okay. So now that we have those legs, they're started, we're going to pick our deer up a little bit. Anytime you can tie your deer off like this, it's going to keep them from spinning around on you. It'll make your life a lot easier. Look at the fat on that rascal. And then we're going to come right across. These deer are getting ready for winter, so they've got tons of this hollow insulated hair. Very few people that realize deer have more hair in the summer than they do in the winter. They have more of it. But the winter hair is hollow and very insulated. It's what protects them. Now we'll flip that over the back, grab it here, and just grab each piece of this hide. Anytime you see it like tearing the meat there, just gently, there you go. And then you can just start pulling away. Perfect, just like that. There you go, just like that. There we go. So see how it's all pulling away there? You just help it come along. Now we're going to take off this part. Cut from the inside out. Doesn't matter if this is a little jagged because your taxidermist does not need that much hide. I just like to give them a little extra, just in case. There you go. Now this, if you wanted to have it tanned, you can have this tanned. All of this is going to the taxidermist. What we want to do is just follow this seam, right? Just like that. That's what we're doing. Anytime you follow that seam, you're giving your taxidermist something to work with. Just like that. See now? This is where you want to be a little more particular, you know? Because this is what your taxidermist is going to be working with. And the better the hide, the better the cape you give them, typically the better the job they're going to do. So this is where this little woods and water really gets in here. Makes it nice. Take your time. Now we're just gonna finish out the inside of this leg here. There you go. And this typically wants to hang up right around this elbow. There you go. That's gonna pop down there. This area that I'm working on right here is definitely the most important part of the cape, because this is what everyone stares at the horns or the antlers, but this chest is just a very, very, very important spot. So you don't want any holes here. Now you just work around in circles, just gently getting it down, just like that. Come around here and then just work your way around. Just can't do it all at once. So these are all gouge marks from fighting. You can see up here on his back, that's a really bad gouge mark. That's from other deer. They're fighting and getting after it. Now, last weekend was really, really cool. They had 20-degree weather and the deer were much more active. This week, it's been, in the 60s and 70s, and so there's very little movement, very little deer activity. I felt very fortunate to get this deer. So I've taken the cape, I've come all the way down to his neck, and then I'll just take this off right here, and then I'm going to take this to the taxidermist. And that is what I take to the taxidermist. All right, so we're gonna try to take all the meat off this rascal, and I'm gonna start down here with his nice neck roast. And we're gonna cut this roast out right here. See that? Beautiful piece of meat. We'll trim that up and it'll be ready to go in the crock pot. There you go, and you see all these are these big muscles that deer builds up for rut. Like when these deer are chasing does, they're fighting and they're building up their muscles. Like right now, this deer has a big layer of fat, but if you were to come back in a month, all that fat would be gone because he would run it all off. Look at that, y'all. There we go. Look at that neck roast. Ooh, yeah. Another neck roast. Now we'll take off this shoulder. There we go. I actually just did a video the other day using this meat right here, this brisket meat. You just come around here. There you go. Now we've got the two back straps right here. Probably the most known piece of meat on wild game. And then grab your fingers and just pull it down like that. This is where a longer knife like this Woods and Water really excels. Pull it down. There you go. Big fat hunk of meat. Now, on this side, I do it slightly different. Same thing, I'm gonna come in here, right down the center. Oop, cut through. Just like that. But because the way my hand works, it doesn't work good like this. It works good like this. So I'll come over here, again, grab my knife, and then I'm gonna use this long blade and let it follow right on the back of the rib cage, just like that. Now, we're gonna get into the top of the shoulder here, but that's okay. Numero dos. She's gonna start to swing now, but that's okay. It's time to take off this shoulder, and I'm trying to work around so I don't have all that bloodshot. See now? No bloodshot. Now this is all fat. That's just big clumps of flat fat. This is buildup. This is energy. So when he's in rut, chasing does, running day and night, that's what he uses, or was planning on using. And you take this flank right here, cut right there. Make sure not to cut into your tenderloins. There you go, just like that. That'll fold down. Clean this all up while it's sitting there. This are your tenderloins. I typically cut them right there, and then right down the inside of the back. Just like that, and then use your thumb. Then you can peel most of this right away. There we go. Tenderloin, baby. Same thing here. We're gonna go right down, just like this, and then I take my thumb and just right here. Number 2. Ribs. Now we're gonna de-joint these hams. There's a bone that comes out right here. Follow that around. There you go. And then follow this around this way. Good. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Now we'll turn it around. Come down on one side, come down on the other. There you go. There you go. Hams. So we got both sets of ribs, neck roast, another neck roast, another neck roast, and one more neck roast. Then we got 2 big old back straps, 2 tenderloins, 2 sets of ribs, 2 hams, and 2 shoulders. Now the shoulders, like I said, we're gonna be cooking all this on November 12th over at the Mossy Oak store in West Point, Mississippi. So the shoulders I'm going to slow cook, but the hams, this is what I'm going to do with them. Check it out. Still on the bone. See this line right here? See that? God put that there for you. It's like a little marker where it opens up everything. There you go. Come around here. Good. Now, see here? Watch this. Man, this deer's actually going to be tender. He feels nice. This is called seaming him out. We're seaming him. We're cutting the seams. And you use your fingers, and this is going to start popping all out. Just like that. Look at that muscle. Beautiful. You can cook that as a roast, or you can cut it up into little steaks, cube it out, and it'll be delicioso. See all these little muscles? This is all within your ham. A lot of people just grind it all up. Me, I think that's too good to grind up. I like to utilize that. Here, this is like the football roast. I don't know what the official name of it is, but I know you need to slow cook it because it's got a lot of connective tissue in it. But if you do slow cook it, it's really good. Just like that. This will come out. That right there. That's a beautiful piece of meat. You can slow cook that rascal, and you got you something. Perfect. That's one of my favorite pieces in the whole ham region. Again, I don't know what any of these names are. I just know it is meat. Watch this. It's like a venison ossobuco. We cooking that. So I've got both those hams all boned out. Now, this is your big old backstrap, and that looks so delicious. Unfortunately, this cap on the deer is not really edible. I mean, I guess you could eat it if you were like my buddy Gabler off of Survivor. He would eat it for sure. But I ain't on Survivor. I'm on Deer Meat for Dinner. Come on, get off there. There you go. This cap will just pull right off just like that. That's your backstrap. Look how pretty that thing is. Wash yourself off. You're good to go. Hey, Frog Togs, Will Fowler, love you, brother. I appreciate it. You guys go check out Frog Togs, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a thumbs up, leave a little comment. It's unlisted. Maybe share it with a friend or so, and we will see you shortly. I'm heading to the kitchen because we are cooking venison ossobuco, or venison shank. That's going to be good.